Hello everyone, welcome to another video. I've got to say to all you regulars, it's been a while. It really has been a little bit of a while since I've had to say it. But we're looking out onto the outside lane. See that car zooming up there? There he goes. It's a 50-mile-an-hour road this. Always an Audi. But let's follow this clown for a bit, shall we? Let's see how far he gets, driving like a complete idiot. So as we come round here, this is a 40-mile-an-hour road now. Where is he? He's all the way up there. Now, how did he get there with all them cars, well, a van in front of him? Bit of Undertaking, maybe. No maybe about it. So, moving on. He's just in front of that white van to the right hand side there. He's already moved over to the left hand lane because the right hand lane has a bit of traffic normally for people turning right up here. So as we come to these traffic lights, there he is there. So he's got a long way driving like a complete fool. Now if he'd have come in nice and safely behind me, he would be in exactly the same spot now as he's turning right there as he would have been doing the dangerous driving. So no point to it. No animals were harmed in this video. It was pretty close, but I didn't get it. I'll prove it to you as we go to the rear camera. You'll see it over to the left hand side, just by the barrier, as it runs under the barrier in a minute. There it is there. But look how far the crossing is. I mean, how many times have I got to say it? Go to the crossing. Unfortunately, you can't see the beginning of this clip where that bus in front of us there, a cyclist is overtaking it, but sees this car coming towards it and then bumps it straight up onto the pavement. Now, that there to the left of us there, that's someone's gate to get into their house. Can you imagine someone coming out when that idiot's flying past like that? I can't believe that we have to make so many allowances for these people, and yet they do things like this. The law has got to change, surely. We can't keep going on like this. But then there's no police on the streets anyway to police it anyway. Now in this clip we're looking at a bus that comes out from the left. Now I was always taught that if you pull out it shouldn't affect anyone. They shouldn't have to slow up for you to pull out. Obviously I have to slow up. But that bike there, as a former motorbiker myself, you would be bricking it there, thinking, has he seen me?
Thanks for that, mate.
Now for me, that was just a bully in a bus. Doesn't matter how long he's kept me waiting for, a couple of seconds, doesn't matter, he was still being a bully. So we'll move on to the next numpty. As we get to the famous Mad Mile.
And seeing all the pubs going crazy, we were like, oh, I'd love to be there as well. You know, we'd all be like that. But what I would say, what they play out.
Took a while for this car next to me to actually get some speed up, to get out of my way. But as soon as it did get some speed up, it just jumps into the inside lane and starts undertaking. Now there's a car in front of that Fiat there that's holding everyone up. This is a 60-mile-an-hour road. We're probably doing about 45-50. Because it's turning right up here, it just seems to think that it can have the outside lane for the whole mile. And that's not how it's supposed to work. As you can see, there he goes into the outside lane to turn right. Now a couple of things to note here is there's the idiot that was holding everyone up, and the Undertaker is just up there in front as well. So no one gained anything anyway. Now I know a lot of you would have said, why didn't you pull over after overtaking that car to go back into the inside lane? Well, this is why. Because I could never get further enough away from him to actually pull over. And this is what lane hogging does to you. it creates a no man's land. No one can go faster, no one can overtake, no one can pull over, because both lanes are blocked because of one car that is in the wrong lane all the way down the road. Well, it's not an Audi this time, but it is a German car we're looking at. This one over there, in the outside lane. As we come to the front, guess where he wants to go? Yeah, the turn off.
He goes on into the weekend at 10 under par, 2 clear of Rory McIlroy and Sander Schauffele in third. There's more on TalkSport.com.
Look at that idiot.
Useful little spaces to hold stuff. What's in your pocket right now? A 3-week-old.
Now this clip here, it's the same old thing again. This guy up here is turning right. You can see the sign there. You can be in the right hand lane to go straight on or turn right. He's indicating, so again, why would you get behind that car when you know your exit isn't clear? Now I know I've got a few driving instructors on the channel. What would your advice be on this situation? To actually go behind that car and use it as a merging turn? Is it officially a merging turn? Now the car coming up to behind it now obviously is an Audi and is probably looking at it thinking, what is that flashing thing up in front? But the Audi then cuts across. Now the Audi's to blame here as well, because it's seen that really late, if it's seen it at all, and everyone behind the Audi cannot see that indicator going, and now they're all stuck behind that car turning right. So driving instructors, what would be your procedure? What would be your advice on that situation? Please let us know in the comments down below.
It'd be quite apt if he did win in LA, but he's part of that Jordan Spieth, Justin Thomas golden generation, and he dropped off while those were rising. And a lot of us thought, well, with his stature,
Didn't see
maybe
that,
he's
no.
going to go to live.
Didn't see
Maybe
that
he's
red
gonna
light.
take the Saudi money. He hasn't. He's
Now although this isn't aggressive, it is a sign of impatience. Someone's turning left, but you have to go all the way out there. Why are you just not waiting and just driving in the middle there? Now in this clip I'm turning right and a car coming towards me is also turning right. We've got our lanes to get into, but he wants to drive through my lane and everything else to get to his right turn lane. You'll see him, he actually checks himself about here once he's seen me and then starts to move back. He's still in my lane now. It's just lazy driving. But then when I look at the rear view camera in a second, the guy directly behind me, was he going to do the same thing?
Not your lane, is it, mate?
Or was he just moving over slightly? I don't know. What do you think? In this clip, it's all about looking further than the front of your bonnet. It's really bizarre how people don't see things. Now we're waiting here for this van to come through. We're driving quite slow. Now it's our go really. We're at the pinch point first. But this Mini, well, why is it pulling back out again for starters? Now you may think that that's not a lot there, but why is it not pulling in there or pulling in there? And if you think, well, she obviously didn't see you, well, that may be. She might have not have seen me. But if we go to the rear view camera, surely she must have seen that behind me and that she's pulled out from. There was just so many places that she could have pulled in and seen what was going on at the same time and not slowed everybody up, including herself. It would have been quicker for her if she'd have pulled over, because we'd be gone. We wouldn't have had to get through that little gap. Petrol head time now. I do know what this one is because I used to have one. And I think that one there is in better nick than the one I had, 30 years ago. Now in this clip, you're not going to be able to see what this idiot does until I go to the rear view camera. You will be looking at me saying, where the hell am I driving? And I'm just a bit lucky that the guy behind me left me quite a bit of room and was pretty slow off. As you'll see, look, I am smack in the middle of that lane.
What lane you're in, mate, yeah? It's that inside one. Muppet.
Now when we go to the rear camera, that car to my left there was quite slow off, which allowed me to do what I had to do. Because if you look at this guy to my right now,
You're in, mate, yeah?
he's there. Why is he there?
Inside one.
He pushed me right the way out. Now it's petrol head time again, but there is a serious part of this clip that is more important than the car in front. The car in front to the left hand side there. But what we're looking at really is what's going to happen to the right hand side on the pavement. Look at this poor guy trying to get past that van. That's disgraceful.
Sitting in there on his phone, that fucker. He's sitting in his van on his phone while the guy's struggling fucking past him.
These people are being penalised. The people who mounted the attack.
Yep. You didn't go for a red light, no? Look at the speed that she was going. No wonder she was going that fast, because she went straight for a red light. That's obvious.
That's it for today, guys. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you on the next one. Bye for now.